Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. Today I am just gonna get right into it. I'm not a big fan of intros. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I don't really have intros to anything and I just like to get right into it, so that is what I am going to do. So basically I just wanted to talk about the things that vegans don't talk about. And I wish I knew these things before I was vegan, as I was starting off into my journey. And it would have saved me a lot of pain, a lot of time, a lot of just mental worries, concerns. Okay, so the first one is bloating. And because I didn't know about this when I first went vegan, because I actually didn't have this problem within the first few months of being vegan, because I was actually eating like a standard American diet but vegan. So basically a junk food vegan. No. But I actually didn't have that problem, but I felt gross. Like I didn't feel good. I wasn't really going to the bathroom. Like it was just, I wasn't whole foods, plant-based diet. Like it was just junk. So then when I started to transition and I started eating more fiber and healthy fats and stuff like that, I noticed that at nighttime especially, I would get extremely bloated and I would be in pain. I would get really gassy, and this would last for the rest of the night. So it would probably start like after dinner, so that's like 8-ish, and then it would last until I fell asleep. So I don't know if it would have gone into the night. And I just didn't know about that, and then I started looking into it, and as of very recently, because it started to get progressively worse, like it was like, okay, like this is just something that happens, like I'm eating a lot of fiber, like I can deal with this, like I'm eating healthy food, so it's just my body like digesting all the goodness. But then recently it started getting really bad, to the point where I just couldn't see my friends at night, and I would have to decline like invitations like the nighttime and the evening, because I knew that like that is when the bloating and the gas and the pain is gonna hit me. So I stopped, and there's actually multiple ways to stop bloating on a vegan diet, and I did not know this. One of them is food combining, so the kinds of foods that you were eating with different kinds of foods.
Hey, it's editing version of Juliana here. So basically, I'm really happy now that the vegan community is talking a lot more about bloating and ways to reduce it, and there's a lot more ways to solve it than what I mentioned here. I know the most about the starch solution, which I talk about very briefly right after this, and then with food combining, I don't know a whole lot, but I know that it has helped and cured a lot of people from bloating and discomfort after meals, vegan or not. So, yeah.
I solved mine through the starch solution, high carb, low fat based, and I'll do another video on that. But I don't have that problem anymore, but that is something that I wish I knew and I could have expected. Yeah. The next thing is poop. No one really talks about how much, if you're eating healthy on a healthy vegan diet, no one talks about how much you poop. I got concerned because I was going to the bathroom like 2 to 3 times a day. Like it would be rare if I went once a day, and I got really scared. I was like, am I going to die? Like I just didn't know what to expect. But yeah, it's okay, it's normal. My camera card got full and I had to, boring stuff. Basically the camera angle changed, probably my position changed, and that was why. Anyway, so vegan stereotypes. there are going to be plenty of people that are warm and welcoming of your decision to eat a more plant-based diet or to be vegan. And then there are those that are just confused. Like,
you can't eat ice cream, like no cheese, no hot dogs, like what are you doing?
and to that, you have to be understanding, because when I first went vegan, I just found out all these awful truths behind the animal industry, and I was just so angry. And I was like, people are gonna ask questions like, why, what made you go vegan? And I like, to those, I generally say, like, I read a few books, I watched Earthlings, the documentary, and if they're genuinely curious, you can drop, you know, like recommendations and things like that. But again, this is just in my experience, people are more accepting and more willing to learn about what veganism and everything when you're not like, you gotta do it, like not pressuring anyone into doing it. Like, people have to do that on their own time, basically. And I keep looking away, but that's like how I think when I talk, so sorry. Next. My camera died. So again, sorry for the change in position. Anyway, where was I? Periods. So, for girls, they said that, oh, your cramps get so much better, like your flow gets so much lighter and all this. I'm like, oh my god, that's great, like I need that. But I got cramps, which I had never experienced before in my entire life. I knew that I shouldn't be eating, you know, like the Gardein all the time. Like, they're fine every now and then, but like that was my meals, like every day, like grilled cheese with chow cheese, mac and cheese, like so many processed vegan products. And so after I changed my diet, I still had cramps, but they were nowhere as near as bad as they were before. And then now, since I have been on a high carb, low fat, I've actually noticed that my cramps have decreased even more. My camera died. And then, as being the person I am, I was filming it before I had to go somewhere and I didn't have time to wait for the battery to charge, so I was like, it'll be fine, I'll get back before it's dark. Just kidding. Got back after it was dark. So basically that was all I had to say about what I wish I knew before I was vegan. I hope that helped in any way, shape, or form, or maybe I just wasted your time. Sorry. Yeah, but that's about it.